Hey guys, it's Isabel. So today I have a very highly requested video for those of you who have had difficulty being productive, focusing on your work, and just not procrastinating anymore, because I know what it's like to be a procrastinator. I was a procrastinator basically all through high school and then a lot through college. I would get assignments and then I would leave them for so long because I thought, okay, I'm gonna have time on Saturday to work on them, Saturday to come along. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go do this instead. Most of us are pretty familiar with the vicious cycle of procrastination, but I have found that these tips I'm gonna share with you today have really helped me become more focused and really work and be accountable and be able to stay focused on tasks longer. Because you guys do know I work from home, I am self-employed, so I am my own boss, I tell myself what to do. It's kind of difficult, especially if you've been in school for most of your life and you're just used to people telling you when this is due then, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I feel like we need to teach more in schools how to be more productive, how to be disciplined on your own, because I feel like in school we're taught to follow the rules and obey, but we're not taught to have self-discipline. We're not taught how to actually be our own bosses, and you don't have to be self-employed to be your own boss. These tips I have today are really great for students especially. I know that a lot of you students out there, those of you still in high school or in college or even younger or older, and we have to study something new, I know it's hard. I'm gonna share with you my 7 tips on how to stay productive, stay focused, and stop procrastinating. Overall, more focused on the work that you have. Without further ado, let's get on to the tips. Tip number 1 is to fuel your brain. The way I fuel my brain is by drinking a lot of water. A lot of times it's hard for us to focus because we're not hydrated. Our body's either hungry or thirsty, so we need to make sure that we're giving our body enough hydration, because your brain runs on water, your whole body runs on water. So you need to make sure that you're hydrating yourself, and also make sure that you're eating a good amount of fresh fruits and veggies. Make sure that before you start working on any kind of task that you are well fed, and make sure that what you eat is not something greasy and heavy. And a lot of times meat and poultry and dairy are really heavy on our stomach, and what do? They make you fall asleep, they make you sleepy. The last thing you want to do when you have something to work on is get a food coma. So be sure that if you're having a meal before you're studying, or before you're starting a project, or just before you go to the library in the morning, or you just go to class, make sure you're eating something that is not heavy on your stomach. You don't want to be falling asleep. So to ensure that you don't crash later, be sure to eat lots of fresh fruits and veggies. Fruits and vegetables are really just naturally energizing. One of my favorite things for energy is mushroom powders and just mushroom supplements. You guys know I love reishi mushroom powder. I use that basically in all my smoothies. But recently I have discovered lion's mane mushroom, and I take it in a supplement form. This is the lion's mane supplement by Eves and Adam, and I absolutely love this stuff. It is especially made for cognitive function, your brain function, and helping you focus. Now, this video is sponsored by Eves and Adam, and I'm so happy to be partnering up with them just to talk about the benefits and just what I have experienced myself since starting to take this. Now, I decided to partner with Eves and Adam because this company was founded by a mom of 3 who was super passionate about bringing ethically sourced supplements, all natural, good for the environment, good for you, with none of that added gross stuff that a lot of supplements tend to have. This is a very clean formula. Now, I will advise that before starting any kind of supplement, taking any vitamins or anything, always consult your physician, of course. But I have found that for me, I am loving these supplements. You guys know I do intermittent fasting, and what happens with intermittent fasting is that I'm not able to eat until 12 midday. After 12 midday, I have my first meal. So in the entire morning, in order for me to be productive and to be awake, along with my other vitamins, I have been taking this lion's mane in the morning. There's 2 capsules daily. I drink it with water, and it gives me that jolt of energy I need just to be focused and on top of my goals for the day. You guys know, as a self-employed person, it's pretty difficult to really get focused at home because I work from home and I have so many distractions at home. So to be able to sit down, the brain fog is lifted when I take this stuff. It really makes me feel like I am just laser light focused when working on stuff. And it doesn't give you any kind of side effects. Lion's mane has actually been proven in studies to help improve cognitive function. A study was done with 70 and 80-year-olds, and it showed that their cognitive functions improved over time with lion's mane mushroom. Lion's mane mushroom is some really potent stuff, guys. It is really powerful, and I mean in a good way. There are no known side effects of taking these mushroom supplements. Of course, like I said, you need to consult your doctor before taking anything. And lion's mane is also wonderful for strengthening your immune system. So since we're going into the winter, fall and winter, and everybody's getting sick, this is also a great thing to take. I also love the apple cider vinegar tablets, especially if you're a person who likes to drink apple cider vinegar in the morning, first thing in the morning. It has the same exact benefits as drinking apple cider vinegar, with the appetite control, with helping you kickstart your weight loss goals, but it's in pill form, so it's a lot better for you and doesn't taste bad like drinking regular apple cider vinegar does. Also, I'm very grateful to Eves and Adam because they have hooked it up with a 20% off coupon for your first order. So you will get 20% off your entire first order with Eves and Adam if you use my code Isabel Palacios at checkout. I love how it's in capsule form, makes it so easy to take. I find I start getting results within 30 minutes to an hour of taking it, so that's why I like to take this first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up, so that after I take a shower and I do my morning routine, I'll be ready to work and ready to focus, ready to read, ready to plan, ready to do so many things. So I will leave the link down below so you can get your very own, or check out the apple cider vinegar capsules. They have so many wonderful ethically sourced supplements and vitamins, and I love them because they are vegetarian capsules, so they're vegetarian friendly, non-GMO, and gluten-free. I like to take stuff that is naturally sourced. Of course, please do your own research on this. I found that for me, lion's mane is something that I will benefit from. So far, I have not found any studies that show that there is any adverse effects to the body. Also, that there are no side effects with taking these natural mushroom supplements. Of course, if you are allergic to mushrooms, don't take this. But if you're not allergic, try it out. It helps a lot. Tip number 2 is exercise. I'm a huge proponent of exercise. When I was in college and I couldn't focus very well, I would make sure to go out for a run or at least get my exercise done before I had to do any kind of studying or any work or work on any projects. So first thing in the morning, take a walk around the block or go for a run or just do some crunches or dance around your room. Exercise is amazing because it releases endorphins. Endorphins are like a happy drug. They make you happy. So if you're a person who gets anxious when studying or when going to the library or when working on a project, will really help you stay focused, because we know anxiety has our brain going all over the place. We can't focus with anxiety. So getting out there, getting your body moving, going to the gym, taking a walk will help relax your body, will take any jitters out of your body, out of your system, and you will be able to focus more at the task at hand, and it'll give you like that nice relaxed feeling. There's nothing worse than sitting at a desk and feeling like you just want to jump out of your chair and you can't focus and you want to talk to everyone. I really love working out before getting into my work because I am calming my body and it just helps me feel so much better. So just do at least 30 minutes of exercise, maybe even 20 minutes. Cardio, anything you like to do. Like I said, dancing around your room, and those endorphins will help our mood improve. It will help improve our focus and just make us more productive overall. My third tip is to split big projects into sections. So what I do is whenever I have a video to film, or since I've been working on my course, which is why it's been taking a while, is because I've been splitting it up into sections so that I can put in my best effort every single day when I work in these different sections. So your boss or your professor or your teacher gives you a big assignment. They're like, hey, this is going to be 80% of your grade for the semester. Be sure to already plan out what days you're gonna work on each assignment. So I have my big wall calendar here. This is my October calendar, obviously. Let's say you get your assignment on the 16th. So when you get your assignment, make sure you split up. Okay, on the 17th, I'm gonna do the first part, the research. And then on the 18th, I'm gonna type up the essay, or I'm gonna plan my essay or draft my essay. And then on the 19th, I'm gonna do the visuals. Let's say you get the assignment on the 16th and it's due the 26th. You'll get it done this week, and then this next week you'll have it free, so you won't be procrastinating till the very end. Don't underestimate planning ahead. I know it's so easy when you first get an assignment and you have a week to do it. You're like, I'll get it done in 2 days, or I'm gonna do something else and then I'll start it on the weekend, or I'll do it after this, or I'll do it after that. Don't put off assignments. When you get a fresh clean assignment to start. When you get a new beginning in a new assignment, you plan that thing out. You plan it out every single day and be super specific. Even if you're a person like me, I'm not a huge planner. I'm kind of like a go with the flow kind of girl. It helps to write things out, and even just like a general idea of what you're gonna do each day or a general way of splitting up your assignments is going to help you tremendously. Because a lot of times with procrastinations, we don't start until the very end because we think it's too hard or it's too big of a project to start, or we're just kind of daunted. A lot of times procrastination comes from a lack of knowledge or a fear that it's gonna be hard, so we put it off into the last minute. Or even we think it's too easy, so we put it off into the last minute. Please don't do that, you guys, with every single thing you do. And I wish I would have known this when I was still in school. If you put in positive energy into the work that you're doing, so you're splitting it up, so you're not rushing, you're not having anxiety when you're working on your project. You're not feeling like, oh my God, what time is it? What time do I have to turn this in? It's due at midnight and it's 10 p.m. at night. That is the absolute worst feeling, is knowing you have a deadline and you are working to the last second. Stressing yourself out needlessly. You're giving yourself anxiety. You're making it more likely for you to get a bad grade on this thing. You're making it more likely for you to miss the deadline. And let's say it's a huge project that takes up a huge portion of your grade for the semester. You can't be procrastinating on that. And every single day you work on it, you come back into it with a fresh mind instead of working on it all day and then being exhausted when it's done and then not knowing if you really did that great of a job or not. My fourth tip is to take breaks. If you're working on something all throughout the day, or you're working on something for a large majority of your day, make sure that you plan out breaks in between your work. When I finish writing the first 3 pages of this essay, I'm going to take a break. Or say when I'm done with this essay, I'm going to take a break. So don't overcomplicate your breaks. Make sure your breaks are not longer than 30 minutes at a time, because if you take more than 30 minutes, taking your focus off the task, it's harder to get back in. So make sure your breaks are small, maybe just standing up, stretching, taking a walk around. If you're working from home, maybe get up out of your desk area and just clean something around the kitchen, or something really quick, really fast, just to keep you still mentally stimulated, but also not taking your focus and, you know, getting too relaxed so that you stop focusing on what you were working on. My favorite type of breaks to take are with meditation. So I love to just sit, you know, sit on the floor on my yoga mat and just meditate, close my eyes for 10 minutes, get out of my head for a while, get into my body and stay present, ground myself, and I feel so much better when I get back into work. And understand that when things get hard in a project, which it will when you're working on something and you hit a roadblock, don't use that roadblock as a reason to take a break. Don't be like, okay, I don't know what to do, I'm gonna take a break, I'm gonna stop. Because if you do that, you're more likely to just give up on the project. So when you find a roadblock, don't use that as a reason to take breaks. Make sure your breaks are structured, they're timed, and you know exactly when to take them. Make sure your breaks are also non-negotiable. So once you set a break, let's say I'm gonna take a break at 3 p.m., then you set a timer for 3 p.m., you take that break, even if you don't feel like it, take that break, and immediately when you're done with that break, go back into working, and do not say, oh, I'm not gonna take a break at 3, I'll take a break at 4 instead, or I'll do this, or I'll switch around. No, you need to be very disciplined and have non-negotiables with yourself, especially during break time. Because I know us procrastinators, we take breaks, we're like, oh, it's just a little break, and then we go off and talk to people and do things, and then we're not focused anymore. Do not get up and go to the airport and take a flight during a break, because that's not how these things work. My fifth tip is to make to-do lists. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love making lists. I love making priority lists, whether it goes from my goals to my dreams to what I have to do on a specific day. I love making lists because I'm a very visual person and I like to see things written down. And when you write things down, you're more likely to remember them. So if you write something down, you won't forget it. It really helps to write things down just so that you have a tangible reference of your mind of what's going on in here. It also makes you less likely to procrastinate because you see all your tasks and you're like, maybe I should work on that. Maybe I shouldn't put it off. So what I usually do is I make a list from most important, the task I need to start working on this very moment, to the least important, but still important. You know, don't just put random stuff in your to-do list. Make sure it's stuff that you actually have deadlines on and you need to get done. And a great tip with to-do lists is rewarding yourself every time you cross something off your list. Something really cute I like is kind of paying yourself for the work you do. And I know, like, especially if you're a student and you want to gear yourself up for the real world, understand that money will be a huge motivation for your work. Understand that you want to do well in school so that you get a good job, so that you're financially secure. Money is a very wonderful tool for us. So make money your reward. If you cross off something off your to-do list, make that $5 towards something that you're gonna buy for yourself. Cross off something else, make that $10 towards something that you're gonna buy for yourself. So let's say you have 5 things on your to-do list and $5 each, so you're gonna have $25. This is going to be my gift for being productive this week. It'll train your brain to be like, crossing something off my to-do list equals reward. Being productive equals reward. And not only will you get those cute little rewards along the way that you give to yourself, but think of how rewarding it is to be productive, to crush your goals, and to make things happen. You get the grades that you want, you get a raise at work, or your business thrives because you're being more productive. Making a to-do list is so wonderful, and there's so many ways to just play around, play little mind games with yourself so that you're tricking yourself into believing that each task that you complete is a good thing. It's positive, it's great. My 6th tip is to turn off your phone. Turn this off. Turn it off whenever I'm working. Well, not right now, but usually when I'm working, I will put this on airplane mode. I'll turn it off, I'll put it away, I'll hide it somewhere. When I studied, I used to do that because, guys, I know, like, you think, oh, I'm just gonna take a 15-minute break and just scroll on social media. No, that scrolling will probably last you a good 30 minutes. This little thing is so distracting. I know in this day and age, we are so addicted to our phones, and putting it away, out of sight, out of mind, it will help you so much. And my final tip is to keep your goals and your dreams crystal clear. And the reason I say this, I know this is kind of like a no-brainer. You're gonna be like, well, of course, I'm working on my goals and dreams and I wanna be focused. You're not gonna be motivated all the time, guys. Understand that even if you're super passionate about something, even if you love to do something, you're not gonna be super motivated all the time. Even me, I love what I do, I still can lose motivation. What keeps me on track and what gets me back on track when I veered off or I feel uninspired is going back into my goals and my dreams. So I always have written out my goals and my dreams for 3 months and for, you know, long term. So I always have long term and short term goals. So whatever it is that you're working on, make sure you have your end goal crystal clear. And I know, especially when we're in school, we have all this busy work they give us, essays, stuff that we think we're like, how are we gonna apply this to real life? Where is the benefit for me? I'm not good at math, I'm not good at science, I'm not good at history, I'm not good at reading. It's not what I'm gonna study in college, it's not the career field I'm getting into, so there's no reason to do that. Well, think of it this way. The better your grades are, the more opportunities you'll have. Think of your grades as something adding up to a larger thing. So that could be your career, that could be your GPA. Think very far ahead so that you'll have a bigger picture, especially if you're a big picture kind of person. Instead of saying, oh, school is so dumb, I don't need to do this, I want to do this when I grow up, or I want to do this when I graduate, I don't even need this for life. Knowledge is power. A lot of the stuff, the random stuff that I learned in school, even though it had nothing to do with my degree plan, even though it had nothing to do with what I do now, I didn't study anything that has to do with what I do now, it still came in handy because a lot of stuff I learned in college and high school, I'm applying it now in these videos. And a lot of people ask me, how do you have all this random information in your head? Well, I paid attention in school, I have a great memory, and even though I thought, okay, I won't need this, it ended up coming back into my life somehow. There's never enough knowledge you can get. So it doesn't matter what you do for a living, doesn't matter if you're in school, if you have your own business, make a dream board. Vision boards are so amazing. I keep my vision boards here in my office to always look at when I'm feeling uninspired or I just feel lethargic and I can't work. I always look at my dream boards, I read my goals, and I think, Isabel, nobody else is going to achieve your goals and dreams for you. And nobody else is going to be as disappointed than you are if you don't reach those dreams and goals. I know it's so easy to put off the work towards our dreams and goals. It's so easy to see those small menial tasks as not important, but understand that every small task you do, every single thing you do every single day is adding up and is becoming a sum of you. So be sure that when you're studying, when you're working on something, you always put 100% effort into them because they are adding up to something bigger, which are our goals and our dreams. When you're feeling unmotivated, question why you started in the first place. Ask yourself, what is my why? So always go back to that why. Why am I in school? Why am I studying this? Instead of seeing it as a waste of time or unnecessary information, look at it as something that is adding up to something bigger that you might even need in the future. Always keep your why in mind, in view, so that it will keep pushing you when you can't push yourself. And always write down your goals and dreams, guys. We all know that writing things down makes them more likely to be manifested because we're putting them down on paper. It's like bringing them into existence physically on paper, so it will be easier to manifest in real life. So if you guys like this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos from me. Also, please be sure to check out Eves and Adam. The link is down below. Try out Lion's Mane. It's really wonderful. I am loving it so much so far, and I will do like an update with you guys to let you guys know how it's been helping me. But overall, it's really helped me just get rid of that brain fog. Also, use my code Isabel Palacios for 20% off your very first order. I love you guys so very much. Don't forget to follow me on social media. My links are down below. And I want to thank you guys for something really quick. Hold on. So it's actually quite amazing to be holding this. I owe this to you guys. I owe it all to you guys. This is my silver play button that I finally got for getting 100,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so very much for your support and your love and for making this possible. This was on my dream board a couple of years ago and I edited somebody else's and put my name in there. Now I have one with my name on it. Just to be recognized for this and for YouTube. Ever since I started doing my channel full time, I was always afraid to tell people that I did YouTube for a living or YouTube was part of my job because people say it's not a real job. So it's just so satisfying to be holding this and to see it every day, and I owe it to you guys. So thank you so much for this. I dedicate this to you guys, and next up, 1 million, right? I love you so very much, and always remember, no matter who you are in this life, no matter what you may be going through, no matter who you are in this life, no matter what you do for a living, your true beauty, your true worth, and your true power always come from within. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.